I've come to the Biblioteca Castellanatense near the Vatican to meet an expert in early Christianity, Kim Haynes-Eitzen. She tells me she has compelling evidence that reveals the identity of the beast. Good morning. So, what exactly do we have here?
Well, I've been looking at some fragments of the book of Revelation.
The book of Revelation.
That's right.
The book of the end of days.
The end of days, the apocalypse. It's a prophetic book. It's got loads of symbolism, but it's also very much a political book and making a political claim about the cause of evil.
The cause of evil.
Or who's responsible for evil.
So tell me about this coding, because as I understand it, the Antichrist was given a code, so they would never call his name, they would just say it by code.
Well, there has been a lot of debate about what this number, in particular 666, who it refers to. There has also been a strong argument made for 666 referring to Nero.
Nero was emperor of Rome from 54 to 68 AD, around the time when the first Christians began to arrive in Rome. So, how do you make 666 translate to Nero?
When you apply numerical values to the name Kaiser Neron and you add up those numbers, you come to 666.
In ancient Greek and Hebrew, every letter had a corresponding number. If you add up the letters of the name for Emperor Nero, written in Hebrew, Kaiser Neron, the total comes to 666. But Nero is just one of many names that can add up to 666. Kim believes a later copy of the book of Revelation, found in an archaeological dig in Egypt, confirms the beast is Nero.
One of the interesting things about these fragments is that we've got two different numbers.
What are those letters?
Chi is a 600, Xi 60, Sigma a 6, 666. This one over here we have a Chi Iota Sigma 616 with a line over the top.
Why is it different?
You might think that this number destroys the possibility that it could be Nero.
Yes.
What's striking about this is that it may help to confirm the identity of Nero, because this would be the number that we would get if we spelled Nero according to the Latin spelling, Nero Kaiser.
Okay.
Without the N. The letter N represented 50, the number 50. So 666 minus 50, 616. So we've just
subtract, and we're going to come up with 616. We have the same guy.
That's right.
And here is another crazy truther film called The Caveman's Valentine. Now, this was a box office flop in which Samuel L. Jackson plays a mentally ill homeless man who believes that the Chrysler Tower, or Chrysler Building, is sending out Z-ray signals to control people's minds with the use of money. And both of these are linked back to Blind 11. Valentine's Day is an ancient Roman festival called Lupercalia. They both fall on the same day, February 13th through the 15th. This is the dog-wolf festival. This is dog and wolf worship. This all goes back to the foundation of Rome, Romulus and Remus, who suckled the she-wolf, and they founded Rome. Now, Samuel Jackson plays a character named Romulus in this film as well, and this was all again pre-Blind 11. Now, the victim of the murder appears in a tree and as a Valentine's present to Romulus, and they were trying to use Romulus in this deception to pin the murder on the wrong person, basically staged. And of course, the victim in the tree is a mock crucifixion. And Valentine's Day is also linked to the crucifixion. We've shown you how that links in together as well.
My latest. What's your verdict? Guilty. And your evidence? Don't have any. Not yet.
Shown you how that links in together as well.
My latest. What's your verdict? Guilty. And your evidence? Don't have any. Not yet.
Now, movies like this were made to make anyone who is awake to the mind control look crazy.
In Matthew 7:15, Jesus warned to beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. The clothing, we're told, is a garment made of nanotechnology or light that makes them look human. This is mentioned in Jude 1:23 as the garment spotted by the flesh. In Philippians 3:2, this warning extends to dogs as well. Beware of dogs, who it indicates are evil workers. In Acts 20:29, it says the wolves will enter in among the sheep. Jude 1:4 confirms it's talking about the wolves when it says certain men crept in unawares. And verse 6 clarifies that these are angels who did not keep their first estate. Matthew 10:16 again confirms that not only do the wolves enter in among the sheep, but that the sheep are in the midst of wolves. In other words, there are not just a few wolves among mostly sheep, but there are so many wolves that it's more like a few sheep among mostly wolves. In Revelation 22:15, there's an interesting statement that dogs will not be allowed in the holy city in heaven at the time of the rescue. And this is not talking about literal dogs. It associates these dogs with human characteristics, indicating it's referring to a type of person. But the more we investigate, the more it becomes clear that this isn't just a type of person, it's a different species. We've already talked about aliens in the Bible and the words heathen and locust, which refer to these aliens. In Psalm 59, 1-8, it says the heathen will make a noise like a dog, and adds that they are workers of iniquity, bloody men, wicked transgressors, and swords are in their lips. The swords in their lips is clarified in Proverbs 30:14, which talks about the generation that has teeth like swords. This is referring to word 59:36, which was translated as horseleech, but which also means vampire-like demon. Verse 27 then confirms again that yes, it's referring to the locusts. Revelation 9:7-8 says that these locusts have teeth like lions. Dogs also have teeth like lions. These locusts become visible at the asteroid impact in Revelation 9, and Psalm 59:13-15 confirms that they will be consumed by the wrath. In Psalm 22:16, it says dogs are the assembly of the wicked, and in verse 20, it says the sword is the power of the dog. So again, it's not referring to literal dogs, but dog-like people. It also groups these dogs in with lions and even bulls in verse 12. This connection is confirmed again in Jude and Revelation concerning the judgment of the 7 stars, the angels who did not keep their first estate. These 7 stars are the Pleiades star system explained in Amos 5:8, Job 9:9, and Job 38:31. The Pleiades star system is located in the constellation Taurus, which is known as the bull. So they can also be referred to as bulls in relation to their place of origin. In Psalm 22:13, they are referred to as a ravening and roaring lion. Since the lion is Babylon, this confirms that they are Babylon. And again, in verse 21, "Save me from the lion's mouth" is a direct reference to Babylon, which Daniel 7 tells us is the lion, and Revelation 13:2, which confirms the mouth of the beast is the lion's mouth. In other words, the mouth of the beast is the mouth of Babylon. The ancient Egyptian texts again and again speak about the terrible people who drink human blood, bear slaughtering knives, and have faces like dogs. These same enemies of humanity are also depicted as a cow-headed deity, which again is the reference to their place of origin, Taurus. The Egyptian texts also talk about the rescue from these people, the rising up to the throne in heaven, and the receiving of a crown, etc. All of this is an ancient warning about these non-humans apparently among us now. For more information on this subject, click on the upper